Where do you want him, Chuck? Right there.
I'm not.
Again, for UCF, we have Coach Josh Heupel, Darryl Mack Jr., Greg McCray, Richie Grant, and Titus Davis. Coach, congratulations. We'll get an opening statement from you, then we'll have 2 questions for Coach and student athletes.
Yeah, appreciate it. Obviously, so excited for our university and our program, our players, again, to take home another championship. Just really proud of the way our guys competed for 60 minutes. Obviously, it wasn't going well in the first 30 minutes of play. Uncharacteristic turnovers from us. Had a hard time stopping the run early. But again, our kids just continue to fight, believe in the guy next to them, believe in themselves, believe in what we're doing inside of our program, come out the next 30 minutes and play absolutely fantastic football. Appreciate our coaches, their ability to make adjustments at halftime, our kids having the maturity and understanding to be able to take those adjustments and go execute. And just really proud of what these kids have done, not just tonight on the football field, but since we've been here, 11 months of work building up to this moment.
Take questions for Coach and the student athletes. Please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Please also introduce yourself and address your question to a specific individual.
It's for Josh, Tom D'Angelo from the Palm Beach Post. You and Coach Norvell, for that matter of fact, yesterday talked about the adversity and how your team overcome adversity, and just talk about how it wasn't any greater probably in the last 2 years as it was tonight after that start.
Yeah. You look at going into the football game, your starting quarterback's gone. DJ, everybody has confidence in DJ. I think you saw that tonight. DJ's got a lot of confidence in himself and played fantastic football. Our kids, since I've gotten here in January, no matter what has hit them adversely, they've reacted and responded in a positive way. They draw closer to each other. They believe harder in what we're doing. They continue to push in a positive way. Our locker room was extremely calm at halftime. There was a great belief that this is a situation that we've already been in, similar to what the score was in the first half going in against Memphis the first time around. And I don't think anybody blinked an eye, and that's why you're able to flip the scoreboard the way we did and come away with the win.
Andrea Adelson, ESPN.com. Josh and DJ, can you just describe the emotion of the game, knowing that everybody wanted this, not just for yourself, but for McKenzie? And was anything said about that in the second half that kind of helped the way that you turned this game around?
You got it.
Well, I felt like, coming as a team, playing for our guy, he made terrific plays all year and helped us win a lot of games. So going out there and finishing and winning it for him, it was very big for not only me but the team. And it may not have been said as much, but everybody knew in the back of their head that we were going to go out there and win for 10.
Coach Adam Shaw, Fox 35. If the playoff committee were here right now, what would you say to them?
I think I said it out there. You look at what this group of individuals has done collectively as a football team this season, being perfect on the football field, handling any situation that comes at them. I believe in the strength of this conference and the quality of players and coaches. You look what they've been able to do for 2 years straight inside of this program, inside of our program. To me, players deserve an opportunity to go earn it on the field and play for it.
Josh and DJ, what did you think of what Darryl was able to do in the passing game? He put some pretty good numbers for that.
Yeah, I believe going in that we had an opportunity to make some plays in the passing game with our skill guys. Protectionally, we were able to hold up most of the night. We had the one fumble early in the first half when the ball's getting knocked out of his hands right as he's getting ready to release it. But I believe in our skill guys out on the perimeter. Believed in DJ that he was going to go out and operate really efficiently. I think he had great comfort in the game plan, was confident in reading the defense from the other side of it. Played with poise all night long. When it didn't go well early, a couple turnovers early, to me, I was able to look in his eyes and see that there was, no cause for concern, no hesitation. He still had a confident look in his eyes and ready to go out and compete.
This is for everybody, starting with you, Coach. Just what you can say about the resiliency of this team and just what you've seen from them all season. And then to each of the players, just what you can say about not just this game, but the family togetherness and the resiliency of UCF.
There is a deep love inside of the locker room for one another, coaches and players alike. In a short amount of time, the amount of energy that our staff and players have put into building those relationships, they're real. That doesn't typically happen within 11 months, in my opinion. It wasn't easy. It took a lot of time and energy. But there is a brotherhood inside of that locker room. Our players, in my opinion, hopefully they'll speak to this too, but they love coming into our building. We love competing together. We have a lot of fun when we're around each other. We work hard, but we have a lot of fun, and I think that shows in the way that they play and the way they interact with the coaching staff and with each other. And to me, this is one of the most unique atmospheres because of what we have inside of our locker room in college football. Locker rooms aren't always like that. It's a special group of individuals.
Ask this to Dan, please answer the question. Well, just start down the line.
Well, since Coach Hyman's first got here, he's always taught us to play through adversity, whether it was putting us in situations or, just the team talking about it. We've been playing through adversity all year, and this is nothing different. We never held our head down, and we just played for each other and got it done.
Just starting off. Okay. Just starting off this year with new coaches, just buying into the way they run things and their scheme and just how things go with them. I think our guys they did it well, and that transition was really great. So I mean, for us as players and leaders of the team, we had to buy in first. They started with us. So I mean, just doing that from the get-go, trusting in Coach Heupel and his whole staff, and here, look where it got us. It got us to the top. So great.
Yeah, I think we've faced adversity a lot this year, and not even just this year, for years, before, and it's just a great group of guys around in the locker room, and when it comes down to it, we all play for each other, and I kept telling Tagus on the sideline, I was gonna give him everything I got, and he said the same thing to me, and at the end of the day, we came back and got the victory. So that's the type of team leaders and players we have on this team where we sell out for each other.
The bond we have on this team unexplainable by it. We've been playing for each other for 11 months. Since the new staff got in here, they've been putting us in adverse situations. And seeing how we handled it. And it didn't start off well, but you see the outcome of that. We've been doing really good. We're playing for each other, man. And like they've been saying, the bond we have on this team is real and it's unexplainable.
Coach and players, Bill Page and Associated Press, are you going to get national respect for going unbeaten 2 seasons in a row? One season is hard enough, but people understand how difficult this is to do twice?
Anyone that's been involved in college football, I don't care if you're coaching or playing, understands how, in my opinion, should understand how difficult it is to do what these individuals have done over the last 24 months. It's extremely special, it's rare. The ability to stay focused on a weekly basis, to handle adversity, to continue to compete at an elite level, knowing that you're getting everybody's shot, takes a special group of young men to be able to handle that week in and week out for 11 months or for 2 years. So I think if you're involved in college athletics, you understand how special this group of individuals is.
Yeah, Josh, one of the big plays at tonight's game was the 4th and 1 at the 48. Can you describe the feeling on the sideline when you decided to go for it, and Greg's performance on that play?
Calm, offensively out on the numbers. Offensive staff did a great job of designing something that wasn't necessarily specifically designed in our game plan in that situation. Did a great job of adjusting off of another fourth down situation. Huge run, explosive play. creating momentum, energy, and changed the way that the game was played the rest of the fourth quarter there.
Jason Brady with 24/7 Sports. Titus, what did Randy Shannon tell the defense at halftime? Was there a sense of urgency from the senior leadership on the game?
He just told us to keep trusting the process. A lot of guys were, like I said, were jumping out of gaps and doing things that they weren't supposed to do. So, I mean, just going into halftime, making those corrections with Coach, sitting down, just listening to him. He was very calm as well, and his demeanor and attitude just spread it to the rest of us, and we knew that we were going to come out on top if we just trusted him. So.
For Coach, just a quick question on Darrell Henderson. You had him over 190 yards in the first half. You held him to 6 in the second half. What adjustments went into curbing his performance in the second half?
To me, early in the first half, Titus was just saying that we had guys that didn't have gap integrity. And in the first half, I thought our backers weren't shaded enough, so some of the combinations were able to seal off the linebacker on the second level, create some big plays. Structurally, there weren't a ton of changes, some subtle adjustments by Coach Shannon and the staff, but as much as anything, we started defeating blocks, playing with great technique and playing gap sound.
To Coach Heupel and then the team, to Steve Bryant, Spectrum News 13. Coach, this is a big win for you, this being your first year at the helm. I mean, what kind of emotions are you feeling right now? What does this mean to you as a coach?
It's big to me because there's 11 months of work that's gone into this moment. You know, our players, our coaches, there is a ton of time and energy that's gone into building your season to this point. And I'm just so proud of everything that everybody has poured into our program, building it, building this season the way that they have. You know, this is the culmination of the regular season. It was important for us to go take a trophy tonight. Proud of our guys and the way they competed and did that. You know, I'll leave it at that.
And guys, I know majority of you were here last year, not all of you. How does this season compare, how does this championship compare to last year? Whoever wants to take the mic.
It just shows that the tradition and the legacy that those guys left, we carried it on, and we took pride in what they did and how they ran things, and the bond that we had last year. And that was one of the big things starting this year, that we didn't want that bond to leave, even though the coaches we had a coaching change. And that was up to like guys that actually played last year, that contributed, and young guys that didn't know much, young freshmen, transfers, any guys like that, just helping them to buy into how we run things and how things go in the locker room. And I feel like, honestly, it starts there, because if you have a guy bad-mouthing the coaches in the locker room, you know, that's just like a virus to the team. So, I mean, that's one thing that we always took pride in, is just buying into what the coaches were feeding us, and it worked out.
Two more in the back.
This is for DJ, and Coach, you can cut in where you'd like to. Through talking to players throughout the season, they've expressed that you have a greater upside in the future than McKenzie, but not to slide him at all. Do you feel like that was on display tonight, and how does that sentiment make you feel?
Not really. Casey's a great player, and he knows I love him. But I feel like I just went out and played my game, made plays when I needed to, and got it done.
Final question.
Yeah, DJ, speaking of McKenzie, have you guys had any chance to interact with him in the locker room? Will you have any chance to interact with him?
I just got off the phone before he came here.
Oh, is that right? What did he say?
He just told me he loved me, he was proud of me. You know,
That's nice.
gonna have much of a more conversation when I get able to get in my room and everything dies down. So.
UCF, thank you. Congratulations.
Just a quick announcement real quick here. I am going to make our athletic director, Danny White, available to any of the media that wants to hang around and chat with him for a minute if they need anything with him.